Welcome friends, LostScarf here, and it's time for the one-shot. Today we're going to cover Monster Sanctuary. This is developed by Moi Rai Games, published by Team 17. We were given a copy of this game by the developer and the publisher, thank you to them. This is a $20 game that was in early access for like a year plus, and it is now released. And we're going to show you why it's worth your time. So, this game is a Metroidvania, Pokemon kind of RPG going on here. I'm going to show you the start of it, like the first 5 minutes, and then I'll show you more like a couple hours into the game. I'm going to do a new game here, we'll just put it right here. And just, dude, there you go. And we are, oh crap, tab, you can use the keyboard. My dude, I am my dude, let's go. So in the one-shot series, the Monster Sanctuary is a land far from any human civilization. We do this series where we show you games that we think are worth buying. And I like this game, so you're going to see why I think it's worth buying. While wild monsters are dangerous to humans, monsters raised by them grow loyal to their owners. So you can see different Pokemon, different monsters here, basically Pokemon. Slimes, these rock guys, you saw the bird. Most of the people in Monster Sanctuary reside in the Keeper's stronghold. It's a 2D platformer Metroidvania. Many of them learn to raise and train monsters, which is usually the norm with a Metroidvania. They call themselves Monster Keepers. Choose the familiar of your bloodline. So there are four monsters to choose from. The wolf, the eagle, the toad, or the lion. I always go eagle, so I would try something different. Let's go with the toad. Spectral toad. Ribbit. I got Slippy. Among the most prestigious monster keepers, there are 4 prominent bloodlines tied to the Monster Sanctuary's history. Whoops, why'd I click? Each of these bloodlines is aided by a spectral familiar. Those familiars are ageless protectors of their family, passed on from one keeper to the next. My dude is just starting out to become a monster keeper like his ancestors before him. As with all starting monster keepers, his journey begins on the keeper's trail. His bloodline's familial bears the form of a spectral toad. Name your familiar. Oh right, I forgot to name him. Alright, so Slippy. Slippy. By the way, did you know Slippy's last name is Toad? Can you believe it? Slippy Toad. Monsters are wild things. The only reason I'm helping you is the bond I share with your family. Most monsters are less inclined than me to help you. That is why you must always raise your own monsters. They will grow alongside you, just as I will, and they will fight for you. The best way to gain a monster's loyalty is to catch it from an egg. Of course, you will have to fight to get those monster eggs. Look at the blob over there. The slime is always the first thing you get, isn't it? Initiate a fight by contact. We shall see if you live up to your ancestors. So we got this frog following us. Now here's the cool thing. You will always have a monster following you. And you can choose between which monsters. Right now he's the only one we got. This one can break through hidden walls and move heavy blocks. Out of curiosity? Nope, nothing there. So that's what he does right there. Does nothing to monsters though. Only way to fight monsters is by contact. There's no preemptive strikes. So here's how combat works. As a 3v3, you'll see it more in depth when we go to a later game. And you can choose from a pool of 6. So every monster has different elements they can utilize. This one can do earth and water, and it's magical earth, magical water, and physical tackle. And you can see, this is what I like in this game, is it shows you exactly how much damage you could potentially do to your opponent. Now you'll see the darker flashing red, that is the guaranteed damage if you don't miss, and then you might see a fainter color on the white bar, and that is if you crit. So we're going to go ahead and you can see that a tackle is the most effective here. So real quick, mud cannon. So 160, 160 says 180. So yeah, it does the most damage. And ignores 25% of the target's defense damage reduction value. So hit him. There he attacks. Bam, does that damage. Now there's a combo thing you can see in the corner. I'll explain that when we get more monsters or when I do the mid game. Or if the game explains it. I forget when the game explains it. Nice thing is you can rearrange these, so if you want something to be up here for because it's your first choice, you can do that. I like the animation on the frog. He's like, blah. bubbled up. Luckily, the frog's fighting a water thing, and frog's water, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Next on the slime will go down. Boop, 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 boop. And whoop. Hit him with this. Slime goes down. Victory! And then you get rated, so how much HP you've got, buffs, debuffs, how long it took to win that, and things like that. Your combo also affects it, and the enemy difficulty. And so how well you do in this combat will dictate what kind of loot you might get. Because the first fight, we're guaranteed to get the blob egg. And we get XP. Nice thing is, it's shared XP, so your 6 get it. There we go, you see the blob egg. Now you need to hatch it. Open the inventory menu and try to hatch it. You go in the menu, item, go to the egg, and you open it. And you get your own blob. Okay, and you get to name it. And it should be named Blobby. There you go. Okay. And now we have another one. This is your first monster you hatched by yourself. Right now it is weak, so you will need to train it. There is much more for you to learn too. You and that blob are quite alike. Ha! Let's continue on the Keeper's Trail. It will lead us to Old Burum, an old friend of mine. He is a patient teacher to all young keepers who seek guidance. I advise you to listen to him carefully. Woo! I like that they follow you. So then we can do a 2v2 fight right here if we run into these blobs. Skip them. Skip them for now. I'll get another enemy to see. This should be the bird next. Oh, you can read things like this. Who shall young keeper? 'Tis the Keeper's Trail's beginning. For all of man, beast and sanctuary has a beginning. A nice thing I'll note is if you do every battle on the way to each location, you will be leveled up for each location pretty much. What I noticed is, for a while I thought maybe the game levels with you, but no. I went to another area and like, okay, they're way higher than me. But that's because of exploring ahead of time. So here's 2 new enemies. Rocky and Magma Pillar. So it's an oddish looking thing, but it's actually a rock with a flower on it. And just a magma caterpillar. So the slime's got a heal and an arcane bolt. Now the thing is, I can actually choose who goes first by order. And let's just go ahead and have the blob go. So you see this is a magical attack, doesn't have any element to it. So we'll beat on the magma pillar first. No, beat on the magma pillar first since it's weak to water, so the frog can do some damage to him. So, you see that we just did combo up to 4 and it increased damage. So what you want to do is you want to have your first 2 characters do as much as possible and your biggest heavy hitter be the final creature so they get the most damage out of it. Which is a cool concept to me. Here we go, hit him with the magical bubbles. Blah. Good damage there, nearly took him out. So after this battle, I'm going to go deeper. And we can go to the deeper time since I've already shown you basic combat. Now it's time to show you just more creatures and more map. Just beat him. Ding, 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 ding. And then we'll take this one out. So it's weak to, well, it's obviously got strength to earth. So physical does more. Hit him with it. Love how much they did the animation on the frog. He's got hit with the leaves. Just take this guy out. And something I like is, this is the way I like JRPGs, or just RPGs, is they're full HP at all times. You don't have to worry about HP management out of combat. So it's just, you're bringing your best and the opponent's bringing their best every combat. I like that. Okay, so let's get out of here. Oh, did we get another egg? We did okay, and we got a magma pillar egg. So we could hatch the egg and we'd have that. So, save and quit. Go to the file I'm currently playing through, and that's this one. Level 12s. Load Master Scarf. So, let me go ahead and hit this button. So this is how far I'm digging. This much bigger amount of the map has been uncovered. You eventually get a double jump. That's what I have. And as you can see, I have the eagle, because he looks like a phoenix to me. And he can... Whoops, wrong button. He can carry you. It allows you to get around. So you can see I have a lot more monsters now, and you can see these are a variety of the monsters you can have. They have different elements to them, and they each have different things they can do. Birds usually carry you. The blob can activate water orbs using bubble. Here's another one. You got this Yeti here. And he tackles, so he breaks walls like the frog do. This guy also breaks walls. Oh yeah, the Tanuki. So you get a Tanuki, you can make platforms with him, so you can get up to things. Another one. There's also things you can burn away. So like a Metroidvania, there's obstacles in the way, like Metroid. So these different creatures can break secret walls and things for you to get through. And yeah, there's a cow with a sword. Now, eventually... Whoops. Also, there's a Velociraptor. Oh yeah, this one's a mount, so this is cool. You can ride it. There are evolutions in this game. None of these guys are evolved. That's something I have not unlocked yet. Apparently it takes a while to get to it, even longer than I've gone into this game. And eventually you get a Pokédex, the Monster Journal. And I like this. The Monster Journals, you got better drawn versions of each creature that looks pretty cool. Like that little blobby looks like this. Isn't that cool? And you get information about them. A lot of information at that. And as you fight them, you can see what loot they can drop as well. And they're just interesting looking what they actually look like in the book compared to what they look like in the overworld. And these are all the things I have fought or unlocked so far. There are bosses in this thing. That was a boss I can eventually catch. A 4-legged killer whale. That is nuts. Tanuki, Emori, and then there's just so much more to unlock. 101 monsters it looks like. And this is all I've gotten so far. So that's cool right there. Let me, oh, also, gotta show you this. Skill tree. Yeah, there we go. So, your monsters have up to 40 levels of skill tree to go through. Every time they level up, they get a skill point, you can put things up. So this bird is my buffer. That's what all this is reflecting. This is my healer. Right there, you can see there's a bunch of healing. They're also my debuff and poison. And then my big boom guy is the Phoenix. So he just does massive damage. He also has Phoenix ability, so when he dies, he'll revive. So now let's go do some combat while I go to a warp. See, where's the warp? Warp's down there. Okay, so I'm going to head that way. I can show you combat in that way. Whoop. Oh, okay, be careful. There's also dark rooms that need light, which is what this cat is for. This cat will brighten things up. See which way we're going here. Mini-map, going over. I kind of beat everything, so we're not running into anything yet. Forgot I already beat everything up. We'll warp to another area. Oh no, there's a fight. There we go. So we're fighting tanky snails. What's cool is from whichever side you interact with them, you run into them, is which side of the field you're fighting from. It's nice. So, you'll notice the names of my creatures. Here's a nice thing. Out of your 6, you can switch between them before combat starts. So, if you see a better lineup or matchup with what you're using against them, you can switch to them. I'm just going to use these main 3 for combat. I'm kind of over-leveled for these guys now at this point. So, there's a lot of passives and buffs. Through passive and buffs, my characters have a bunch of buffs already from the start. I'm going to use this guy to buff up the team. There you go, everyone got buffed up quite a bit there. There were 6 buffs cast in that because I put so many buffs on them, so that puts my combo meter up. My next guy, I'm going to use him to do an attack, and you can see some attacks do more than others. So there's four times, so this will put the combo meter by 4. This will put the combo meter by 5. Let's see what my names are weak against. They're weak against water, so I want to do the Acid Rain, which also does a debuff. So there's a lot of buffs and debuffs to worry about in this game as well. And this enemy has shock on them. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with this game, which is what I enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and break the armor on this snail. Right here. So he attacks. Does all that damage right there. Broke their armor. And the meter's up even more. So now my bird's going to do 155% damage. And so I can hit him with this big explosion. As you can see right there, my bird, if he crits on the middle Yeti looking thing, will kill it. Straight up kill it. While lightning here has a better chance of killing without crits. And then the Feather Storm has a chance to kill with crits. And this would just be a buff. So the smartest thing to do would be to do the lightning, because it will guaranteed kill this guy. If it crits at least once. So here we go. It critted at least once. They're dead. Down they go. So then the enemy's doing their turn. They're doing attacks. Chilled them. There you go. Oh, we also have you regenerate mana every turn, so mana got regenerated. I'm going to put on another buff. This buff has them hit more often. Do the same thing to this snail. There, their armor's broken. And now I can use the bird. I'll get a kill there, but I want to see if I can get a crit here just to show how much damage this bird can do. Yeah, they're called Mogwais. So 940 damage, here we go. Didn't get the crit, but did a lot of damage, darn. The smarter thing would have been to just kill the snail. I just want to see if I can get a crit on him, just cause. Because I know I'm going to win the fight. So now the bird has put both buffs on the team, so he can do some attacking too. I'm just going to beat this Mogwai. And almost killed it. I will have the slime finish him off. There we go. And then we got him right here. So we're going to go ahead and just lighting it up. Lighting up a snail. Bam. Ooh, I did really well. I'm guaranteed to get rare. We got a shuriken. So there's also equipment. Oh, level up's nice. So now I can show you equipment. So each monster can be equipped. You can equip them with a weapon and then some accessories. So I gave this guy a bunch of just buff bonus stuff and defenses. Gave this slime more mana gain, more mana regeneration and such like that. You can also upgrade equipment. And I gave Phoenix a bunch of crit chance. So you can see stats. He's got a 47% crit rate. Crit chance percentage. No, I don't say crit rate. So that's pretty nice right there. So I just rely on him to just destroy everything. And I can upgrade these to make them even better as far as percentages go. And I have things equipped on these guys as well. And by the way, if you get the reference, my Mogwai is named Gizmo. So here's all my other guys. And I have not used all their skill points yet. So going back to skill points, let's see here. What do I want to do with my bird? We go into beating so I can see more over here. Or I can go over here and do some things. I want to just open up this one here, so I'm going to give him that. Switching over, slime. And give him the defense buff, or I can do other things. I want to give him just good heal potential here. So heal, I'll give him the heal all. Wait. Yeah, I'll give him the heal all. That'll be useful at some point. And then my bird, I'm going to give him the ability to revive others. There we go. And then I can level these guys. I want to warp to the main area to show that a little bit. So let's go here, interact with it, and we're going to go to the main area. So this is where all the keepers live, the keeper stronghold. And as you upgrade, so as you do quests in this area in the main story, you unlock more places you can go, which is up here in this pink area. So as my rank goes up, I can go to more areas. I can't go to everything yet in this place, but I can go to some of it. There's like versus combat. I can also fight former bosses and things like that. Let me show that. Boss combat. Let's go over here. This is the champion challenge where you can fight previously defeated champions. Yep. So let's go fight one of the champions. Yeah, let's fight that thing, because that should be pretty representative. It's level 13. But it's a 1v3. It's because it's a boss. I like this song. I wanted to show this song. So, as you can see here, the killer whale attacks through physical and magical water. It has water defense and is weak to wind. So, only the bird has water weakness, but it should be fine. So, let's go into combat. We're going to do buffs here. I'll work into this. Let's see here. So I'm going to want to break its armor. It's strong against water, but breaking its armor will open it up for the other attacks. And then we'll just light it up. It's weak to lightning. Do 40 damage. Do that one. Bam! Shoot that killer whale. It fights back. Now the way it works instead is, as long as it has enough energy to attack, it will keep attacking. So there you go. We got to do some things. Putting another buff in. Okay, so now we can go for, let's see here, weak to wind. We can also just do some healing. Oh yeah, I have the group heal. I can do that, so I can do the group heal. This is gonna make it difficult for that whale to do. Because if I keep healing the team, then they're not gonna be able to do anything. That's a nice thing I just gained. Let's light it up again. Now, as you use up your mana, if you don't regenerate enough, you can use lower levels as well. Not rearrange. So I can do lower levels because it uses less mana. So that's something I can do as well if the need arises. Keep lighting them up. May do another mass attack, but I can heal that back. He also did a bleed there. I did team play, right? Okay, so now I can fight it. Hit with the air sickles. Get more damage in there. You can also put poison on the enemy, but it's risky to do that when I need healing, so let's heal the team. Keep the team alive. And we'll just keep lighting it up with the lightning. I also have other buffs I can give with the bird, but I'd rather them just keep hitting. He did a mass attack, so the bird's getting wrecked a little bit. We're mostly in hand with this fight. I don't think we're gonna blow it. Doing alright, the fight's halfway there. There's only one more thing I think I could show. Don't necessarily have to show it, but I could show it. Let's do this. Take the rest kind of HP because the bird can res. So, slime shot. So we're going to poison the enemy as well. So we're just putting a bunch of debuffs on our opponent. A lot of just different things on them. So now they're poisoned and shocked. So they're taking a lot of bonus damage there. Light them up to do even more damage. There we go. They're doing attacks. I really need to heal the bird now. Luckily their eye doesn't just focus on the bird because you'd get wrecked if they focus the bird. Bunch of hits in there. Specifically heal the bird. Go 5 ticks of healing, 6 ticks of healing. And lightning bolt. There we go. Looking okay right now. Luckily I can't do that mass attack twice or we'll be in trouble. Should win this fight in a moment. Mass heal to play it safe. And I wish I could just blow him up. One crit should do it. Did not get a crit. Alright, so they're going to survive for one more turn. Oh, the poison! Haha, there you go. And we win! Booja. Okay. So a cool thing is, I don't know what's right here. So there's, you can see on the mini-app and Smith, items you can buy and everything. I'm trying to find that I think it's this guy? Yeah, here's a cool thing. You can donate eggs and everything. You get special things, so I got more gems. You can donate eggs. Oh, level badge. Oh yeah, these guys level up as they're here. So any extra eggs you get, you can donate them to the cause for the monster army, which will strengthen the army, and you get bonuses for doing that. And they level up. I can also just donate my monsters themselves, but I'm not going to do that. Giving them more eggs, gives me more money. Give them the Mogwai. There we go, got more bonuses there. You get even more later. And I don't think there's anything else really to show. I didn't show much platforming, but there's a lot of platforming to do, and you just run around platform, and you discover areas, fight monsters, that kind of concept. There aren't really puzzles, it's just more like Metroidvania exploration kind of thing. And then this main orange area is where you just learn more lore about the world and other characters and some plot. Whereas the blue area is a cave, green area is a place. Like, these are different areas. That yellow area is over my level right now. And it's pretty fun. Oh yeah, I can't go this way yet. Or I can't go there yet. It's a pretty fun game. Also, you can duel other trainers and stuff eventually. And I like it a lot, so I'm recommending it. So that right there is the game. This was Monster Sanctuary. I had fun. Hope you for watching. That's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.